Hey gang, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys checking today's video out. Today we're going to talk about early morning fishing as far as in the summertime of the year, how to take advantage of that during those first couple hours of daylight, which are critical a lot of times in the summertime. So I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on how to approach early morning fishing from both a deep water perspective and a shallow water perspective. Real quick, just want to give you guys a weekly reminder. If you guys haven't had a chance to swing by fishthemoment.com, please go by there. I'll include the link in the description here, and check out our lake map breakdowns that myself, Johnny Schultz, and Matt Stephens putting out. We got lakes all across the country broke down, all 4 seasons of the year. Got a bunch of summer maps out there. It's a great way if you want to learn more about the lake you fish a lot, or if you got a lake you don't know much about. It gives you 40 really good spots and tells you how to catch them. GPS coordinates, really cool deal. Like I said, link in the description here, fishthemoment.com. Okay guys, let's talk about early morning fishing. Now, first of all, I'm not a fan of early morning fishing to begin with. Out of all the fishing I've done across the decades, I probably had the least amount of success early in the morning of any other time of the year, of the day. I like fishing during up in the day. I've never been a guy that likes to get out early in the morning and fish, but I have to do it a lot because tournament fishing, practicing for tournaments, it's just part of the day. So there's some things that I've learned about what the bass do under low light conditions early in the morning in the summertime. So first of all, I'm talking about shallow water applications and deep water applications. Let's talk about shallow water first. The key in shallow water fishing early in the morning is taking advantage of the shade, taking advantage of the low light. So one of the things that you can do with that is right off the bat in the morning, try to hit those areas that catch a lot of sun early. So if you've got some areas that are set up on the part of the lake that really lose their shade real quick, try to hit those areas right off the bat. And as the sun comes up, move to those areas that hold the shade longer based upon the bank angle and how the banks are positioned. If you're fishing shallow water in the summertime in less than 5 foot of water, shade is critical. Shade actually acts as the cover. And what you have is, I think that in the summertime, most bass feed at night. So you have a portion of the bass that come up at night and feed, and they stay shallow on these banks all night long. And actually what you're catching early in the morning during the low light conditions are some of those bass that are still up from their nighttime feed. And they don't stay there long. They move out as soon as that shade leaves the bank. So take advantage of that right off the bat. One of the best places you can fish early in the morning in the summertime if you're fishing shallow is around riprap. Riprap is a natural attractant. It's really good to catch them on topwater lures, small buzz baits, poppers, that type of stuff early in the morning. You can't beat riprap. But the main thing is just key on that shade and run that shade as long as you possibly can, most of the time with topwater lures. The next thing we'll talk about a little bit is deep water fishing. One of the things I found out about fish that are in deep water is they live in that deep water most of the summer. A lot of those deep water fish don't come and go shallow like the bass that suspend out in the lake do. It's my theory that a lot of the fish that suspend out in deeper open water during the daytime are some of those fish that move to the bank and feed shallow at night. But I think a lot of those bottom-oriented deeper fish that live on those deeper points, brush piles, that type of stuff, they live out in that deep water because those crawdads and stuff will live in deep water in the summertime. So what you want to do with that is start out deep. If you're fishing, points or something or brush right off the bat in the morning, the best thing that you can start out with is a bright colored deep diving crankbait. Go with some type of a black or blue black with chartreuse sides. Start out right off the bat with it and burn it as fast as you can. Stop and go retrieve. This is the time that you're going to catch the biggest fish in the school right off the bat in the morning under those low light conditions. And as that sun goes up a little bit, that is when I make the change over to like a football head jig or a big worm. But anyway, guys, that's just a few basic fundamentals with that. Take advantage of that first couple hours in the morning, getting bit on there, because there's a window of time that doesn't last very long, and you sort of have to take advantage of that. Another piece of advice, guys, I'll give you for summertime fishing, shallow, one of the best baits that you can use is just the old chugger. Just an old popper, or that, Megabass Pop Max, whatever type of popper you like. A popper is a great bait in the summertime right off the bat in the morning. So anyway, hope you can use some, that's just simple video today, some simple tips, but I think it's gonna add up to a few more fish for you guys. So talk to y'all later. See you.